Welcome back. Here at WHHI-TV, we are lucky enough to have an excellent on-location team. We did send them out to check out the Santa Elena grand opening celebration last weekend. We're going to be checking out some of those images, and as we do, we're going to bring on our producer, Will Wareham, to commentate on them a little bit with me. Will, how you doing?
Great, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm happy you're back in, my friend. So it was about 450 years ago now that Pedro Menendez de Aviles came across the pond. He interacted with some local Native Americans and created the first barbecue festival. 450 years later, we're celebrating that first Santa Elena capital, and we're celebrating with some barbecue. What do you make of this past weekend?
Kevin, this is a very exciting time for Beaufort County, for South Carolina, for the United States of America. This effort that the Santa Elena Foundation has been gaining steam for a couple of years, and it kind of hit its climax this past weekend with the grand opening of the Santa Elena History Center. They had a festival to go along with it, as you mentioned, some barbecue, some face painting, a ribbon cutting for this History Center, which is located at 1501 Bay Street in downtown Beaufort, South Carolina. This is really marking the opening of the initial exhibit, Kevin, which is titled America's Untold Story. It's actually held in the old federal courthouse building, which is, as I mentioned, on 1501 Bay Street.
Well, we're all getting so excited for this. We have for a few years now. The tall ship sailing in last week, the El Galeon. Now, this week, of course, we have this new exhibit, as you mentioned. This doesn't happen without a lot of community involvement, a lot of community effort. Speak to us about the Community Foundation of the Low Country and what their contribution was to make this hacken.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, the Santa Elena Foundation is comprised of a group of volunteers and very dedicated volunteers at that. But the volunteerism and the community effort doesn't stop there. This inaugural exhibit, which is again called Santa Elena, America's Untold Story, was helped to be completed by a $30,000 grant from the Community Foundation of the Low Country. This is an exhibit that was started in Spain. It was developed in Spain, and then a local team here is working with the History Workshop, which is a museum design firm, to expand the exhibit. And so this is a significant piece of history being displayed on the second floor of the Federal Courthouse building at 1501 Bay Street. And we encourage all of you history buffs, heritage tourism advocates, people who are just interested in the history of our country and our area to go visit these fine people in this fine facility at 1501 Bay Street, Santa Elena History Center, now open for business Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, it was 450 years ago that the Spanish founded Santa Elena right here in Beaufort. Of course, that predates both Jamestown and Plymouth. Will Wareham, our business reporter and producer, thank you for talking to me, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.